227, 1985 to 1990, captivated audiences with its humor and heart, offering a glimpse into the lives of a vibrant community in a Washington, D.C. apartment building. As we fast forward to 2025, fans are eager to know what became of the beloved cast members who brought these characters to life. From career milestones to personal journeys, discover the fascinating stories of the 227 stars and where they are now, 4 decades after the show first aired. This retrospective will take you through the triumphs and challenges they've faced, offering a heartfelt update on their lives today. Helen Martin, born on July 23, 1909, portrayed the feisty and quick-witted Pearl Shay in 227 starting in 1985, at the age of 76. Born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, Helen was deeply influenced by the struggles of the African American community during the early 20th century. After moving to New York in her youth, she began her career in theater, eventually transitioning to film and television, where her talent was widely recognized. Despite her success, she faced the challenges of being a black woman in a predominantly white entertainment industry, often limited to stereotypical roles. Helen never married and had no children, channeling her energy into her work instead. She faced struggles in her later years, including health issues like heart disease, which led to her passing on March 25, 2000, at the age of 90 from a heart attack. Her legacy, however, is marked by her indomitable spirit and her significant contributions to stage and screen. Reynaldo Rey, born on January 27, 1940, in Sequoia County, Oklahoma, began his career in the entertainment industry as a stand-up comedian. He eventually transitioned to acting, earning recognition for his dynamic presence and comedic timing. At 46, Reynaldo played the quirky and humorous mailman in 227 in 1986, bringing laughter to audiences with his memorable one-liners and infectious personality. However, Reynaldo's personal life was not without hardship. His marriage ended in a painful divorce, and he struggled to maintain a stable relationship with his children. Financial difficulties followed as he made unsuccessful investments, which left him battling debt. Reynaldo also had to contend with health issues, including diabetes, which affected his overall well-being. Despite these challenges, he remained a beloved figure in the entertainment world, known for his optimism and humor. He passed away on May 28, 2015, at the age of 75 due to complications from a stroke, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and a reminder of life's fragile nature. Alaina Reed Hall, born on November 10, 1946, played Rose Lee Holloway in 227 starting in 1985, at 39 years old. Born in Springfield, Ohio, Alaina was raised by her mother after her parents' divorce, which led her to become a self-reliant and strong-willed individual. She pursued her passion for performing arts, studying at the University of Michigan before moving to New York City to pursue acting. Her career spanned stage performances, television roles, and a notable stint on Sesame Street, where she became beloved by children and adults alike. In her personal life, Alaina's first marriage ended in divorce, and her second marriage to actor Kevin Peter Hall, who tragically passed away from complications of AIDS, was a devastating blow. Together, they had 2 children. Alaina herself was diagnosed with breast cancer and fought the disease bravely, but ultimately succumbed to it on December 17, 2009, at the age of 63. Her passing left a deep impact on both her family and her fans, and she is remembered for her kindness, resilience, and her contributions to the entertainment world. Paul Winfield, born on May 22, 1939, joined the cast of 227 as Julian C. Barlow in 1988, at the age of 49. Born in Los Angeles, California, Paul was raised by his mother, who instilled in him a passion for education and the arts. Despite the challenges of being an African-American actor in a predominantly white industry, Paul's immense talent eventually won him recognition, including an Academy Award nomination for his role in Sounder. He went on to have a prolific career in television and film, known for his powerful and dignified performances. Paul's personal life, however, was marked by both triumph and hardship. He remained private about his sexual orientation for most of his life, though it was known that he had a long-term relationship with architect Charles Gillen Jr. Paul struggled with health issues, including diabetes and obesity, which contributed to his heart attack on March 7, 2004. He passed away at 64 years old, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the entertainment world, particularly for his pioneering roles and challenging racial stereotypes in Hollywood. Kevin Peter Hall, born on May 9, 1955, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, was an actor whose imposing height of 7 feet 2 inches made him a perfect fit for roles that required both strength and tenderness. He gained fame for his portrayal of the gentle giant Warren Merriweather in 227 in 1989 at the age of 34, a role that showcased his ability to combine physical presence with a kind and caring demeanor. Kevin's career was on an upward trajectory, with roles in Predator and Harry and the Hendersons, but his personal life was marked by tragedy. He married actress Alaina Reed in 1988, but their happiness was cut short. Kevin contracted HIV through a blood transfusion after a car accident, and his health deteriorated rapidly. Despite his illness, he continued to work and remained dedicated to his craft. Kevin Peter Hall passed away on April 10, 1991, at the age of 35 due to complications from AIDS-related pneumonia. His untimely death left a void in Hollywood, as he was admired not just for his towering height but for his warmth, generosity, and talent. Beah Richards, born on July 12, 1920, was 66 years old when she took on the role of Carolyn Hurley in 1986. Raised in the racially segregated South, Beah's early experiences with discrimination shaped her passion for social justice and advocacy, influencing both her career and personal life. After studying at Dillard University, Beah moved to New York to pursue acting, where she earned acclaim for her powerful performances, including a memorable role in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, which earned her an Oscar nomination. Despite her success, Beah's personal life was marked by struggles. Her marriage to Hugh Harrell ended in divorce, and she faced ongoing battles with racism in the entertainment industry, often being overlooked for leading roles. In her later years, Beah's health declined due to emphysema, a condition she fought until her passing on September 14, 2000, at the age of 80. Her career and activism continued to inspire, even as her life was shadowed by personal challenges and health issues. Whitman Mayo, born on November 15, 1930, in New York City, was an actor whose career spanned several decades, with his most notable role being Henry Hurley on 227 at the age of 56 in 1986, where he brought a sense of wisdom and gravitas to the character. Whitman had a rich life both on and off screen, known for his dedication to his craft and his ability to portray characters with depth and authenticity. However, his personal life was marred by tragedy. After the death of his first wife, who succumbed to cancer, he was left to raise their children on his own. The emotional toll of losing his partner was compounded by financial difficulties, and Whitman's later years were affected by health struggles, including heart problems. Despite these hardships, he continued to inspire others through his work as an actor and mentor to younger performers. Whitman Mayo passed away on May 22, 2001, at the age of 70 from a heart attack. His legacy remains in the impact he had on the entertainment world, and his ability to bring both humor and wisdom to the characters he portrayed. George Kirby, born on June 8, 1923, was 64 when he began playing Milton Jenkins in 1987. Growing up in Chicago's South Side, George's early life was filled with hardships, but he found solace in comedy. His ability to impersonate famous figures and make audiences laugh led to a groundbreaking career as one of the first African-American comedians to appear on television. His witty humor and charm made him a beloved figure, but George's personal life was riddled with difficulties. He married writer Lillian Watts, but their relationship suffered from George's struggles with substance abuse, leading to a difficult separation and later, a brief reconciliation. Despite his career achievements, his health deteriorated as he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in the late 1980s. His struggles with the disease forced him into early retirement, and he lived his final years out of the public eye. George Kirby passed away on September 30, 1995, at the age of 72, after battling Parkinson's for several years, leaving behind a complex legacy of laughter and hardship. Hank Rolike, born on June 20, 1927, was 60 years old when he took on the role of Doc in 1987. A World War II veteran, Hank's early life was shaped by his service, which left him with both physical and emotional scars. After returning from the war, he pursued a career in acting, though his path was not without struggles. Hank found his way into television, where he appeared in various roles, but it was his portrayal of Doc that earned him more recognition. Despite his professional life, Hank's personal life was far more complicated. He married, but his relationship suffered due to the lingering effects of PTSD, leading to a divorce. As he grew older, Hank's health deteriorated further, and he faced financial difficulties. Nonetheless, he remained a respected figure in the industry for his steady performances. Hank passed away on October 14, 2002, at the age of 75, after a long battle with his health, particularly the ongoing effects of his wartime service. His life, marked by both success and hardship, remains a testament to perseverance in the face of adversity. Ron Glass, born on July 10, 1945, was 42 when he began playing the role of Robert Stone in 227 in 1987. Raised in a strict and religious household in Evansville, Indiana, Ron was driven to break free from the rigid expectations of his upbringing. He found his passion for acting in college and moved to New York City to pursue his dream, eventually gaining recognition for his role in Barney Miller. While his career flourished, Ron remained a deeply private person. He never married and was known for his quiet, introspective nature. The deaths of his parents and his close friend left him emotionally adrift, and he found it increasingly difficult to manage the loneliness that followed. His health began to decline in his later years, and after a long battle with respiratory issues, Ron passed away on November 25, 2016, at the age of 71. His death was attributed to respiratory failure, leaving behind a legacy of beloved performances but a life marked by personal challenges and solitude. Julius Carry, born on March 12, 1952, was 34 years old when he portrayed Dale Evans in 227 in 1986. Growing up in a tough Chicago neighborhood, Julius learned early on the importance of resilience, finding solace in theater as a way to escape the harsh realities of his environment. He attended the University of Illinois before pursuing his acting career, eventually landing roles in The Last Dragon and Dr. Despite his rising fame, Julius faced personal struggles, particularly in his relationships. His first marriage ended in a contentious divorce, and his second marriage also faltered, leaving him to raise his son, Jaden, as a single parent. The tragic loss of his brother to gang violence weighed heavily on him, and despite finding some financial success, he battled mounting medical bills and emotional distress when diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Julius' battle with the disease ended on August 19, 2008, at the age of 56. His death left a lasting impact on those who knew him, especially his son, who remembered him as a loving, though troubled, father. Flip Wilson, born on December 8, 1933, was 55 years old when he portrayed Ed Fulton in 227 in 1988. Raised in the foster care system after being abandoned by his mother and neglected by his father, Flip's childhood was filled with hardship. However, he found comfort and purpose in comedy, which became his ticket to fame. He rose to national prominence with The Flip Wilson Show, where his charismatic performances and humor made him a household name. Despite his professional success, Flip's personal life was fraught with difficulties. He was married twice and had 4 children with different partners, but his relationships were marred by infidelity and eventual separation. His financial troubles stemmed from poor investments and lifestyle choices, and he also struggled with substance abuse. The death of his youngest daughter in a tragic car accident left a profound scar on him, and he was never able to fully recover emotionally. After years of declining health, Flip succumbed to liver cancer on November 25, 1998, at the age of 64. Ivonne Wilder, born on September 21, 1937, portrayed Ana Gonzalez in 227 in 1988 at the age of 51. Raised in a working-class family, Ivonne always had a passion for the arts, particularly theater and film. She studied at the Actors Studio in New York, where her dedication to acting laid the foundation for her career. Before her role in 227, Ivonne had been part of numerous theater productions, most notably her performance in West Side Story, where she played Consuelo, which brought her early recognition. Throughout her career, Ivonne faced numerous challenges, including periods of financial difficulty and personal hardship. Her first marriage to actor Michael Mislove ended in divorce, and she was left to raise their daughter, Angela, on her own. Ivonne also battled depression and briefly left the spotlight to care for her ailing mother. Her life was marked by a series of emotional struggles, but she always managed to come back stronger. Ivonne Wilder passed away on November 24, 2021, at the age of 84. Della Reese, born on July 6, 1931, played the wise and nurturing Grace on 227 in 1987 when she was 56. Della's early life was filled with hardship. She lost her mother at a very young age and struggled with poverty throughout her childhood. However, her immense talent in singing led her to rise above these challenges, and by the 1950s, she had become an internationally known gospel and jazz singer. Her acting career began in the 1970s, and she became a household name for her role in Touched by an Angel, but her appearance on 227 further solidified her legacy. Della had 3 marriages, each ending in divorce, and she had 4 children, including her daughter Della Reese, who tragically passed away in 2002. Della was also known for her strong advocacy for health awareness, particularly after she was diagnosed with diabetes. Despite the difficulties in her personal life, including health struggles, Della's strong faith and determination kept her in the public eye for decades. She passed away on November 19, 2017, at the age of 86, after complications from diabetes. Marla Gibbs, born on June 14, 1931, is best known for playing Mary Jenkins on 227 starting in 1985, at the age of 54. Marla's early years in Chicago were marked by financial struggle, and she worked various jobs, including as a reservations agent, to support her 3 children after her divorce from her husband, Jordan Gibbs. Her big break came when she was cast as Florence Johnston on The Jeffersons, a role that catapulted her to stardom. Her portrayal of Mary Jenkins in 227 showcased her ability to play strong, loving characters who held their communities together. While her career flourished, Marla faced a turbulent personal life. She dealt with financial hardships and a series of health challenges, including a minor stroke in 2015, which led her to take a brief step back from the spotlight. Nevertheless, she has remained an enduring figure in the entertainment industry, continuing to work well into her 90s. Marla's family life remains central to her, and she is now a proud grandmother and great-grandmother. In 2025, she is 93 years old, still active, and cherished by fans for her groundbreaking work in television. Regina King, born on January 15, 1971, joined the cast of 227 in 1985, at the young age of 14, portraying the character of Brenda Jenkins. Growing up in Los Angeles, Regina found fame early, becoming a beloved young actress on the show. Her career took off in the years following 227, earning her critical acclaim in both film and television. However, her personal life was not without its tragedies. Regina's first marriage ended in divorce, but her greatest sorrow came with the loss of her only son, Ian Alexander Jr., in January 2022. Ian Jr., who had struggled with mental health issues, passed away at the age of 26, leaving Regina devastated. Despite this unimaginable loss, she has remained strong, becoming an advocate for mental health and continuing to work in the entertainment industry. As of 2025, Regina is 53 years old and remains a beacon of resilience, working both on and off screen to honor her son's memory and her own commitment to advocacy. Hal Williams, born on December 14, 1938, played Lester Jenkins in 227 from 1985, at the age of 47. A seasoned actor before landing his role on 227, Hal had a long career spanning television and film, but it was this role that solidified his place in pop culture as the hard-working, dependable father. While his professional career flourished, his personal life faced many difficulties. Hal went through a tough divorce, which affected his emotional well-being, and he faced significant financial struggles at different points in his life. He also battled depression, which compounded the impact of losing several close friends and colleagues in the industry. Despite these challenges, Hal continued to act, maintaining a steady presence on screen. As of 2025, he is 86 years old and remains out of the public eye, having lived a relatively private life, yet reflecting on his contributions to television and his own personal resilience through difficult times. Curtis Baldwin, born on November 25, 1967, was 18 when he began playing Calvin Dobbs in 227 in 1985. Curtis brought a youthful energy to the show, embodying a character full of charm and mischief. However, his journey was marked by personal struggles that began at a young age. Growing up in Chicago, he was thrust into the limelight but faced difficulties with substance abuse, which hindered both his career and personal relationships. Curtis' first marriage ended in divorce, and he had a daughter named Chloe, though their relationship became strained over the years. Despite these hardships, Curtis worked hard to turn his life around, focusing on rebuilding his career and relationships. He became involved in community work and continued acting, eventually finding stability after years of turmoil. As of 2025, Curtis is 57 years old, living a quieter life and occasionally taking on roles, having navigated the challenges of his youth to find peace and balance in his personal and professional life. Barry Sobel, born in 1959, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, portrayed Dylan McMillan on 227 in 1989, when he was 30 years old. Barry's character was quirky and comedic, bringing humor to the show with his unique perspective. While his career started strong with appearances on shows like 227 and stand-up comedy, Barry's personal life was marred by struggles with addiction, which negatively impacted both his career and relationships. He experienced multiple failed marriages, leading to a strained relationship with his children and significant emotional distress. Professionally, Barry's career stagnated as he faced financial troubles and health issues due to his addiction. Despite his earlier fame, he faded from the spotlight and spent years trying to rebuild his life. Now, at 65 years old in 2025, Barry is still working on recovery and rebuilding his career, though his past continues to be a reminder of the challenges he has faced. He remains committed to healing and re-establishing his life and relationships. Jackée Harry, born on August 14, 1956, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, portrayed Sandra Clark on 227 starting in 1985, when she was 29 years old. Sandra was a glamorous, flirtatious character who often created tension with Mary Jenkins, adding both humor and drama to the show. Jackie's performance earned her an Emmy, and she became widely recognized for her role. However, her personal life was filled with challenges. She had a brief marriage that ended in divorce, and her romantic relationships were often unstable, contributing to her struggles with self-esteem and emotional well-being. Professionally, while she had success in the 1980s, Jackée faced difficulty finding consistent roles after 227, with periods of unemployment and personal reflection. In her later years, she has been open about the emotional toll of her career and personal life, finding strength and resilience. As of 2025, at 68 years old, Jackée is still active in the entertainment industry, reflecting on her past with both pride and the lessons learned from her hardships. Goodwin, born on August 2, 1973, played Tiffany Holloway on 227 in 1985, at the age of 12. Tiffany was a sweet and innocent character, often seen as the best friend of Brenda Jenkins, which made Kia a beloved figure on the show. However, the pressures of child stardom weighed heavily on her. As she grew older, Kia struggled to adjust to life after 227, facing difficulties in maintaining a sense of normalcy and identity. Her family life was complicated by the challenges of managing her fame, and she faced financial problems due to mismanagement of her earnings. Despite these challenges, Kia worked hard to distance herself from the entertainment industry and focus on her personal life. Now, 51 years old in 2025, Kia lives a quieter life, far from the public eye. She has found peace in her family and has worked hard to rebuild her life, learning from the struggles of her youth. Countess Vaughn, born on August 8, 1978, portrayed the character Alexandria DeWitt in 1988 at the age of 10. Alexandria was a feisty, confident young girl with a bold personality that made her stand out on the show. Countess grew up in a modest household, where she was discovered at a young age for her talent in acting. However, as she transitioned from child star to adult, Countess faced the hardships of trying to maintain relevance in an industry that often forgets its young stars. Her personal life was tumultuous as well. She married Joseph James in 2006, but the marriage ended in divorce in 2009, leaving her with one child, a son named Jalen. Struggling with her weight and mental health, Countess faced public scrutiny, and her career, though successful in her younger years, did not reach the heights many had hoped for. As of 2025, Countess Vaughn is 46 years old and has managed to rebuild her life through television appearances, though her personal challenges and past hardships remain a part of her story. Michael Dorn, born on December 9, 1952, portrayed Dr. Walker in 227 in 1986, at the age of 34. Growing up in a tough neighborhood in Los Angeles, Michael faced challenges from an early age but found escape through acting and sports. His role as Dr. Walker on 227 showcased his calm demeanor and thoughtful presence, which made him a fan favorite. Despite his professional success, Michael's personal life was not without difficulty. His marriage ended in divorce due to the strain of his busy career, and he was deeply affected by the death of his sister in an accident. Michael also faced his own health battles, including type 2 diabetes, which affected his physical well-being. Still, he continued to find success in his career, most notably as Worf in Star Trek: The Next Generation. As of 2025, Michael Dorn is 72 years old, living a relatively low-key life in California with occasional acting appearances, reflecting on a career that spans decades but also includes personal struggles. Lynn Hamilton, born on April 25, 1930, began her role as Emma Johnson on 227 in 1986 at the age of 56. Emma Johnson was a nurturing and wise figure, much like Lynn herself, who had a career filled with ups and downs. Lynn started acting in the 1950s, making her way through theater and television before gaining prominence in 227. Despite her professional success, Lynn's personal life was not as smooth. She experienced the pain of losing her first husband to illness, which left her as a single mother to 2 children. Later in life, Lynn remarried, but her second marriage was marked by emotional strain, and she eventually separated from her husband. Additionally, Lynn faced health issues, including a battle with arthritis, which affected her mobility and the joy she once found in her work. Still, Lynn persevered, making rare appearances in TV shows and interviews. As of 2025, Lynn Hamilton is 94 years old, living quietly, though her health has declined significantly in her later years. Alfonso Arau, born on January 11, 1932, portrayed Alfonso Gonzalez in 227 in 1988, at the age of 56. Born in Mexico, Alfonso came from humble beginnings and faced many challenges growing up. He built a successful career as an actor and director, with major roles in films like The Magnificent Seven and Like Water for Chocolate, becoming a celebrated figure in both Mexican and international cinema. However, his personal life was filled with hardship. He went through multiple marriages, with one ending tragically due to the untimely death of his eldest son in a car accident. Financial struggles plagued him later in life despite his success, and health issues limited his ability to continue working. His career, though marked by achievement, was overshadowed by personal tragedy. As of 2025, at 92 years old, Alfonso Arau lives quietly in Mexico, far from the spotlight, reflecting on a career and life filled with both triumphs and deep personal losses. Michael Warren, born on March 5, 1946, portrayed Mitchell Evans on 227 in 1987, at the age of 41. Mitchell Evans was a sophisticated, intelligent character, but Michael's real life was full of emotional complexity. Raised in Chicago, Michael initially dreamed of becoming a professional athlete but soon shifted to acting. His career took off when he joined 227, but his personal life proved to be a struggle. Michael married and had 2 children, but his marriage was marked by emotional distance and infidelity, leading to a painful divorce. He later remarried, but the second union ended in a similar manner. Professionally, Michael's career began to slow down after 227, and he faced financial difficulties, making it harder to maintain his place in Hollywood. Beyond career challenges, Michael also struggled with his health, battling depression and financial insecurity, both of which took a toll on his well-being. As of 2025, Michael Warren is 78 years old, and though he has stepped away from the limelight, he is said to be living a quieter, more reflective life, focused on his family and personal health. Arthur Burghardt, born on January 1, 1947, portrayed Krieger in 227 in 1987, at the age of 40. Arthur's early life was marked by frequent instability, moving between foster homes, which fueled his desire to find a sense of identity through acting. He became known for his strong voice and commanding presence, especially in his role as Krieger in 227. However, his personal life was fraught with challenges, including 2 divorces and strained relationships with his children. The sudden death of his brother in a violent altercation left a lasting emotional scar, and Arthur also battled health issues such as hypertension and diabetes, which made it difficult for him to keep up with the demands of acting. Financial troubles followed when his career slowed, and he was forced to confront his own limitations. Despite these difficulties, Arthur continued to act in smaller roles and perform in community theater. As of 2025, Arthur Burghardt is 77 years old, living a quieter life in Florida, reflecting on a career and life that were shaped by both triumphs and deep personal challenges. Who is your favorite character from 227? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.